Chapel Hill Church. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to give you a brief update on some of the things we're trying to work through as we see some things progressing in this season of coming out of COVID, even though we know that it is still out there and is still something that we need to be cautious about. We have begun meeting. As of May 17th, we've been meeting. So once again, we want to let you know what we're doing in this time. And if you are thinking of coming back, we want to give you an update to know what to expect when you come to Chapel Hill Church. Having said that, just a few things we have going on. We do want to encourage everyone who is at risk to stay home and should continue on the online services. Who are those people at risk? They did mention still that those who are over 65 may want to consider this. However, I did have someone ask me who is over 65, what does that mean? You're going to kick me out as soon as I walk in the door? No, I'm not going to do that. We're asking you to use caution to whatever level that you feel like you need to use before you come into the building, because we want to make sure that you're safe. That's the biggest thing. I realize that means some of you are still going to continue to watch on live stream, and that's absolutely fine. You are loved, and we love to hear from you. Feel free to call in anytime or continue to call the people within the church, your family here at Chapel Hill, in order to keep the communication lines available. We understand you may want to stay home, but we don't want you to feel lonely or separated. We want to make sure you know that you are loved. If you have underlying health conditions or are currently sick, we do ask that you stay home. We certainly don't want to cause the spread of COVID amongst the people that we love in our family, love in our Chapel Hill Church family. Another thing we want to do is request that you continue observing a safe distance with people. I know some of you are just huggers and you just can't help yourself. You've got to be near people. You love that, and that's totally fine. But we also want to keep in mind that some people aren't open to that. We want to be very cautious. I haven't really, you might have noticed if you have been there, I haven't shaken a lot of hands. I haven't given a lot of hugs as much as that we may want to do that. The reality is I want to be cautious. Now, if you walk up to me and say, am I allowed to hug you? That's different, but I would ask that you would practice safe distancing until you know if the person wants there to be something different done. So keep that in mind. Wearing a mask is encouraged but not required. We've noticed that some people have come in with them and taken them off and then put them back on, or however it may be. But those things are, it's a request, or is encouraged but not required in that way. The public areas are continually being sanitized each and every time we have a meeting there. Letitia has been on the ball and has had a system set up and has made sure that we've had sanitizer and made sure that everything that we need to remain safe has been out there. We've had hand sanitizers out there, hand sanitizing station. We've had plenty of soap for the hand washing and things of that nature. After we're gone, she goes and sanitizes everything and makes sure it's all ready for the next time that the buildings need to be used. So thank you, Letitia Tarr, for being very vigilant in that. We do have some things happening that are changing a little bit. Some of the things that may be changing is that we have a church time class available for kids or children ages 2 to 5. We can't offer full-on children's ministry yet for the sake of people who, workers who aren't feeling confident coming back, as well as just keeping after the kids and making sure that they're being safe as well. We can't offer for certain ages, but nursery is a little too young to try to keep that corralled, and some of those who may be a little bit older, we just don't have quite the reach quite yet because not everybody's come back. And that's completely fine. We'll do the best we can, but we're not going to endanger anybody in that way. There are some adult Sunday school classes that have started to meet at 9 a.m. Now there are no official Sunday school classes for children and youth, though. However, the youth group has started meeting on Thursday nights and working through some things there, and we're looking to start up a youth group Sunday school class probably in August, and we're reevaluating. In fact, there's a meeting going on now to discuss what we're going to do with the children's Sunday school classes and when we think that it may be able to go back normally, but we're also not going to once again cause there to be anything that is unsafe for anybody. Another thing we're talking about is communion, and when we do that, and it's probably going to be next Sunday, communion will be distributed in prepackaged containers. We already have those, we already have them set aside, and they're already prepared. So all we'll have to do is kind of get everything set up in a way that is orderly, in a way that is structured, and in a way that keeps people in a safe place. So keep that in mind. Communion will probably be next Sunday, and we'll have it in a prepackaged communion packet. We have put offering plates in the back for people who do come to just drop their money off, drop their offering off in that. So many of you have taken to mailing it in, as well as using the online giving through our website, chapelhillchurch.org. All that to say, thank you. The church, you have done an amazing job at just remaining faithful with your giving, and it means a lot to the continued ministry, so we don't lose the momentum that we've had, but we can continue and just be prepared to launch as soon as we do have a green light, all systems ahead type of go ahead from those in authority. So just thank you so much. It means a lot for us to be able to have this time to prepare and just be ready. Please know that we're not just sitting back and waiting for things to open up before we start. We're trying to get everything ready so that basically as soon as we get a green light, we mash the gas pedal and we really get after some things. And so we're encouraged because of your giving. I hope to encourage you back to let you know that, man, there's some great things on the horizon for Chapel Hill Church. There's some exciting things even happening now, which I hope to let you know about in the near future. But God is still at work in you, in your work, and God is still at work as we try to take the leadership of this family and really provide a pathway for kingdom advancement to take place. So keep those things in mind. Just a few more things. There will be greeters and ushers. They've been wearing a mask and guiding people and telling them if they have any questions. Once again, if you are not able to be there, we have the live stream. It's been live on our website. It goes also through YouTube Live. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. It's on Instagram, and I think a couple other social media outlets. So if you're looking for us, you can find us. But if you have a problem, please feel free to message us or email us or call us, and we'll do our best to guide you in that way. Because so many of us still haven't been able to come, I wanted to take the time once again just to thank Troy Tarr, as well as our media team and audio team. They've done a fantastic job. I feel like because of a lot of their really hard work, which if you pull it up on your screen, it's pretty easy just to see it and watch it and like, wow, that's nice to have. But that means that there's been a team of people that have been very sacrificial with their time to try to figure out how to do this so that we can continue to have a time where we're kind of gathered, even though it's not really gathered, but we have our time together as a family of Chapel Hill Church. That's happened because this team has sacrificed their time and stress levels in some cases to figure some of this stuff out. Has there been glitches? There's been a couple of glitches, but you know what? We've come a long way from me being in my parents' family room in Texas with my phone, Denise's phone, and a computer in front of me. We've come a long way in a short time, and God's really provided that. So we want to thank that team and just make sure that we let them know that they're appreciated, certainly because it makes some things easier, but really you've also provided a way for us to have our family time when we can't be immediately here together. So thank you so much. Once again, we thank you for your patience as we've been going through this difficult time. We've been trying to lead well, provide options for you to have insight on Sundays, have music available on Sundays as well. We try to put a few Bible studies out there. Pastor Jim has been sending out some studies via email and on Facebook. I've been trying to put the Journey Through John out there for some way for us to just continue to stay in our Word. You may be sick on my face, and that's okay too, because we've just been putting stuff out there in the hopes that this will continue to let you feel that togetherness, even if we can't be together. Please know that you're loved. We pray for so many of you daily and on a consistent basis when we do have our Zoom meetings for staff, for elders, and so forth. We're praying for you. We love you. We really miss you. Sunday mornings are not the same. And we look forward to the time when we can get back together completely and have times where we can actually be out in the foyer and I can get my hugs from some of you that look for hugs and just have those conversations with so many of us. So I just want to say that we love you, we miss you, but we're working toward it so that when the day comes that we can be together, we just launch and we just get right back at it. And we want to see the kingdom continue to advance and lives come to know Jesus. Please continue your prayers. Please continue your faithful work. And just know, Chapel Hill Church family, you are deeply loved. Talk to you soon.